Between the coast of Florida, the island of Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, there is a stretch of ocean that has swallowed over 50 ships and 20 aircraft. No wreckage found, no bodies recovered, no distress signals received. Just here one moment, gone the next. Pilots have reported their compasses spinning wildly for no reason. Ships have sailed into calm weather and never come out the other side. The ocean floor in this region contains some of the deepest trenches on the planet, deep enough to hide anything, deep enough to hide everything. This is the Bermuda Triangle, and what makes it truly terrifying is not the disappearances themselves. It is that some of them have absolutely no rational explanation. The Bermuda Triangle is not an official geographical location. It does not appear on any government map. No international body recognizes it as a named region. It is an informal name given to a roughly triangular area of the North Atlantic Ocean covering approximately 500,000 square miles of water between Miami in Florida, the island of Bermuda, and San Juan in Puerto Rico. The name Bermuda Triangle was first used in 1964 by a writer named Vincent Gaddis in a magazine article. But the mysterious disappearances in this region had been documented for centuries before that. Christopher Columbus himself wrote about strange compass behavior and unusual lights while sailing through this region in 1492. 500 years of sailors, pilots, and passengers have passed through this stretch of ocean. Most made it through without incident, but a significant number did not, and for many of them, nobody ever found out why. There have been hundreds of reported incidents in the Bermuda Triangle, but a few stand above the rest in terms of how completely inexplicable they remain. Flight 19, December 5, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers departed from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. All 5 aircraft vanished completely. 14 men gone without a trace. The flight leader's last radio transmission was deeply disturbing. He reported that his compass was not working, he said. And these are his exact words. "Everything is wrong. We are in white water. Nothing is as it should be. We cannot be sure of any direction." A rescue aircraft was immediately dispatched to find them. That aircraft also disappeared, with 13 men on board. 27 men and 6 aircraft gone in a single afternoon. No wreckage was ever found. The USS Cyclops, March 1918, a U.S. Navy cargo ship carrying 309 people, disappeared without sending a single distress signal. It remains the largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. Navy history. No wreckage, no bodies, no explanation. The Ellen Austin, 1881, a British ship encountered an abandoned schooner drifting in the triangle, eerily similar to the Mary Celeste mystery you already know. A prize crew was put on board to sail it to port. The 2 ships got separated in a storm. When the Ellen Austin found the schooner again, the prize crew had vanished. The ship was abandoned again. Empty, silent, drifting. The Bermuda Triangle has generated more theories than almost any other mystery in history. Here are the most significant ones. Theory 1: methane gas eruptions. The ocean floor beneath the Bermuda Triangle contains enormous deposits of methane hydrate, a frozen form of natural gas. Scientists have confirmed that when these deposits destabilize, they can release massive bubbles of methane gas that rise rapidly to the surface. A large enough methane eruption could reduce the density of the water so dramatically that a ship would simply sink instantly, with no warning and no time to send a distress signal. The same gas rising into the atmosphere could potentially affect aircraft engines. This is currently one of the most scientifically credible explanations for some of the disappearances. Theory 2: rogue waves. The Bermuda Triangle sits at the convergence of multiple major ocean currents, the Gulf Stream being being the most powerful. When multiple currents collide under the right conditions, they can generate rogue waves, walls of water up to 30 meters high that appear without warning and disappear just as quickly. Satellite data from the European Space Agency has confirmed that rogue waves occur with unusual frequency in this region. A rogue wave could sink a ship and scatter its wreckage across miles of deep ocean in minutes, leaving nothing for rescue teams to find. Theory 3. Compass anomalies. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the few places on Earth where true north and magnetic north align, which can confuse navigation instruments that are calibrated for the difference between them. This could explain why so many pilots and sailors have reported compass malfunctions in this region, and a confused compass in the middle of the ocean at night, in the era before GPS, could be a death sentence. Theory 4. Atlantis. In 1968, a diver discovered a formation of large rectangular stone blocks on the ocean floor, near the Bahamas, just inside the triangle. Some researchers believe these are the ruins of the lost city of Atlantis, and that ancient Atlantean technology still somehow active on the ocean floor is responsible for interfering with ships and aircraft. There is no scientific evidence for this, but the stone formation, known as the Bimini Road, is real, and nobody has been able to fully explain how it got there. Theory 5. The U.S. Navy knows something. The Bermuda Triangle sits directly adjacent to one of the most active U.S. military zones in the world. The Navy conducts operations in this region constantly. Some researchers believe that a significant number of the disappearances involve classified military technology, experimental aircraft, underwater installations, or weapons testing, and that the true explanation for many incidents has been deliberately buried. The U.S. Navy's official position: the Bermuda Triangle does not exist as a geographical area. They do not investigate it. They do not comment on it. Which raises an obvious question. Why does the most powerful navy in the world refuse to even acknowledge a region of ocean where their own ships and aircraft have disappeared? In 2013, the Worldwide Fund for Nature analyzed shipping data from around the entire planet and concluded something surprising. The Bermuda Triangle does not appear in their list of the world's most dangerous waters. Lloyd's of London, the world's oldest and most prestigious insurance market, does not charge higher premiums for ships sailing through the Bermuda Triangle than anywhere else. Some researchers argue the entire phenomenon is a result of confirmation bias. People notice and remember the disappearances that happen there, and ignore the far greater number of disappearances that happen in other parts of the ocean. The disappearances are real. Whether the triangle itself is the cause, that is where the debate gets complicated. 50 ships, 20 aircraft, hundreds of people, some explained by weather, human error, and the simple brutality of the open ocean. But some, like Flight 19, like the USS Cyclops, like the Ellen Austin, remain completely and genuinely unexplained. The ocean keeps its secrets better than anything else on them. It is deep enough, and vast enough, and old enough to never have to give them back. If you want to keep going deeper into history's greatest mysteries, subscribe and hit the bell. Every week we go somewhere darker. See you there.